Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Stitch and Solo with Libby. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are one of my very few subscribers returning, welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today. And welcome to my very first episode of WIPS, Wins, and Woes. That is going to be the title of my new weekly series, I believe, that I will bring to you. I'm not quite sure what day of the week I'm going to bring it to you. I'm filming this. It's not going to be posted today, so maybe I'll just push it out every Thursday, every Friday. Not sure yet. We'll figure it out from here. So in this weekly series, I just kind of want to be held accountable for my WIPs. I kind of tend to let them sit and I'll get doing other things, or I'll decide to try a new project, and I'm getting there. I'm getting down there. So I figure if I throw this out to all of you, you can keep me accountable. If you don't see one of my projects for a while, I'd greatly appreciate you leaving me a comment and saying, "Hey Jen, what's up with XYZ?" So let's let's get started with my current WIPs. I don't have them all here, but I do have a couple. I'll list the other ones though for you. So my first WIP, which again, this has been sitting 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't touched it. And I know people have WIPs that are sitting way longer than 3 or 4 weeks. But I was on such a good roll with this and doing such, making such good progress. And then I just kind of let it sit. But this is my corner to corner waffle that I am doing in, which way do I want to show it? I want to show it this way. Corner to corner waffle that I'm doing as far as a crochet along with Michelle over at Little Acorn Handcrafts. This is my first corner to corner, my first waffle. Super easy. I guess for my skill level, I thought. So I just have a little bit further to go. I'm doing mine in a rectangle, not in a square. So I have a little bit further to go as far as width wise, and then I'll start decreasing and finishing it up. But I think the reason I stopped making this or stopped working on this was because, this is being made with Premier Puzzle, if I did not say that earlier. And it's warm. It's a warm yarn. So, like the rest of the country, it's been, 80s, 90s, heat indexes in the hundreds the last few weeks. So I finished a skein and I just kind of put it off to the side. So I do hope to pick this up maybe tonight. Maybe tonight I'll pick it up again and try to remember how I was doing it. Might have to rewatch Michelle's video. So, but that's WIP number 1. WIP number 2 is another crochet along, this time with Matt over at Gilded Loop Crochet, and I am doing the summer hexie cardie. I have not ever made a hexie cardie, and this is as far as I am on it. I only have this panel. That's it. It does go really quick once you start going, and this one I am using the hipster cotton in, you probably know by looking at it. Oh, good. Well, it's right here, so let me grab it here. The hipster cotton in Canyon Walls. I remembered it as soon as I picked it up. The colorway Canyon Walls, as well as the cotton sprout in cranberry, and that's this colorway right here. So I'm excited about this. I should be working on all of them, but I'm way behind on this one. I think we're think he's currently got week 3 posted and I'm on week 1. So, but we'll get there. And so those are 2 of the WIPs I have going on. I have a Rigididge 6-day Rigididge blanket that I have in another project bag. I have my Caribbean Sea sweater that I'm currently, well, I'm on the collar part of that. I just have to do the collar part and then the cuffs. I believe that's it. But that collar part is kind of tedious because it's the 3mm hook, 4mm hook. And it's with very lightweight yarn. So, yeah, but I have those 2 other WIPs, and I think, am I down to 4 WIPs? I think I am. That's not too bad. I've seen other creators that have, 10, 15 current WIPs, which I couldn't do that. That would drive me crazy. So, in a previous video, when I went over all of my WIPs, I had my summer cardigan that I was working on. I have now finished it. I've tried it on. I do like the way it fits. I did block it and whatnot. I am going to do a little fashion show tonight, hopefully, with either my friend Jen or my daughter and see what they think. But here is my summer cardigan that is from Bella Coco Crochet. And this one worked up so quickly and I was really pleased with it. I did make this out of Lion Brand Kobu yarn, which was fairly easy to work with. It did have some splitting here and there, but I think that could have been just my choice of hook that I used. So I did really like the yarn, and I have more and it was black, which I've talked about in other videos. Okay, I have old lady eyes, so let me tell you, my my overhead LED lamp came in very handy with this. But I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I did block it, but I don't have that many blocking mats, so I do need to get some more, and probably some more proper blocking pins if I'm going to do more in the line of wearables. So this is no longer a WIP. It is a finished object, and I'm very happy with it. And I will be wearing it this weekend, hopefully. I have a wedding to go to, so I figured with this time of year and being indoors with air conditioning, I get cold. So I thought that would be a perfect addition over the tank dress that I'm wearing. So I'll let you know how it all turns out. Now to move on, wins. So yesterday I was in town, in my hometown, which is where my current employer is. And I went into the office yesterday, which in a previous video, I said it's an 1.5-hour drive from where I live now. So I went into that town, I should say, and went into work. And then I was meeting up with a friend. So I had some time to kill in the afternoon. So what did I do? I stopped at the Michaels in that town. Let's just say in that town. That Michaels there is not, it's not the best Michaels. It has a very, very small yarn section. I'm going to say I think there's only one aisle, and it's a fairly small aisle of yarn. They do have, some more on end caps, and I don't even think they had any displays outside of that aisle. But I mean, what the heck? I had to kill some time. So I went in there and I found, now, if you've been watching any of my videos, you do know that I am kind of on a cotton kick lately. I found these Caron cotton cakes in the color, I think it's Beach View, but let me put my old lady glasses on. Yes, the colorway is Beach View. And let me show you the good side, because look at that. Pretty neutral colors, blues, beige, tan. Again, as my daughter would say, it's mom colors. But they had these on clearance for $7. And of course, I had Michael's Rewards. I had $10 in Michael's Rewards. They had 4 of these cakes left on the shelf. So I scooped all 4 of them up. So I got all 4 of them for, let me grab my bags right below me here. I got all 4 of them with tax, less my rewards, for $18.99. To me, that's a win. And each one of these is, where's the yard? 530 yards. So, you know, I've got 2,100 yards of cotton for less than $20. So, and this for sure is going to be made into a blanket for this time of year. So I probably won't start this until in winter, because, you know, by the time I start and finish this, summer's going to be gone, unfortunately. I mean, I do love summer. I'm not a fan of winter at all. And yes, I live in Wisconsin, but so that was a huge win for me yesterday. Thankfully I did have some time to kill, but you know, yeah, what I do, go buy yarn, because I really need more, right? But hey, that's all right. And then another win this week, I did place a Lion brand order. So this is kind of a win and a woe, actually, because I kind of forgot what I had ordered, and I went online and looked at my order online. But I will show you my order if I can. Here we go. So here's the box. It's not a big box, but I can tell it's packed to the brim. And the reason I did place the Lion brand order was because I had $10 of Lion brand rewards from quite some time ago that was actually expiring. So, and of course, you know, I get their emails, and I believe they had some good clearance deals. So, you know, I had to check those out. And then, of course, you can't use the rewards on clearance deals. So I had to find something that I could use my rewards on. And in an earlier video, I think in my my yarn stash tour video, I had said that I had picked up 2 of these mandala bonus bundles, and this was, I think this is in the colorway Chewy, if I'm not mistaken. And it probably, no, it doesn't say it right there. I had picked up 2 of these at Walmart, and, you know, I thought, well, a third one's not going to hurt for a project. So I picked this up to use my rewards on. And then I'm going to have to put my glasses on, I'm sure. Then I picked up, these were, I should have brought my order up so I could tell you. I can't remember. These were on clearance, and these are just, you know, the mandala yarn, and this is in colorway. I'll just open it up instead of trying to maneuver the bag around. These are in the colorway Moomba. And I just thought this was a really fun colorway. You know, as I've said before, I really want to, this fall, probably starting in the next couple of weeks, once I get some more of these WIPs done, I really want to start focusing on my donation blankets. But I thought this would be a really fun colorway for, you know, a young child up to a teenager. So I did get 6 skeins of this, and you know, I'm gonna just try to bring up my order here real quick. I think I can, because it is really, really inexpensive. Let's see. Lion brand. Here we go. Here we go. That was, well, I got all 6 of them for $23.59. So less than $4 for a skein of mandala yarn, which I think is a pretty good deal. And it'll be for a good cause. So there's that. Got 6 of those. Now I get into the, it's a win, but a woe. What is this? Oh, packing this. Okay. So I want to find how much these were. I don't know what possessed me, but I bought some mandala string yarn. And my thought was to run this together, you know, run this with a 4-weight together in a blanket. And this is the colorway that got me. And I don't want to really open these, so I'm just going to kind of show you. I don't know, the teals and the corals and the red, it just spoke to me. This right here is probably, even though my daughter says I gravitate towards more of the boring, you know, neutrals and this and that. I mean, this is kind of my jam right here. I think I would, if I were have to say what my favorite color is, I've always said it was red, but lately I've really been gravitating towards the teals and peacocky colors. So this is my jam. If you've ever used this mandala string and you've ran it with, you know, a 4-weight or even a 3-weight, I guess, I mean, that would work probably just as well. I would love to see what you've done with it. And as I've said earlier, I have opened up the community tab, so post away on the community tab, and show us what you've done, if you've used this and how you've used it. So it's a win because it was on crazy clearance. I think I got them for maybe, see, that's not taking into effect some of my other discount stuff. So I probably got them for like $3 a ball or a skein. You know, and I have so much white. I have a lot of black. I think this with black would really pop. But I also got, besides this color, oh, and I should probably mention what this colorway is. I'm so sorry. And this is a 1-weight. And this is the colorway Disco. So, I thought it would look really, really neat if you ran it with a black. And then the other colorway that I got of the string yarn is this one here. It's very pastel-y. And this is Rock. I don't know. That's an odd name for all these pastel colors, but this I think would be great with a a 3-weight in one of these shades. It's not white, it's more of a cream. So maybe find one of these colorways in a 3-weight and run this with it. I think that would be really, really pretty as well. And I think I got 4 balls of that, or 4 skeins. I think that was maybe all they had. Not positive. But so, like I said, this was a win, I think, for sure, because of these and my Chewy. But this might be a woe. And unless somebody out there can help me figure out exactly what I just thought the colorways were so pretty and they were clearanced, and eventually I'll use it. I know I will. So there's that. Let's see, what else? Well, I don't have any more WIPS to show you. Other wins for the week. Like I said, I went to work and went into the office this week, so that my one day, so I'm good for, I don't have to go back in probably for another 3 to 4 weeks. My position is, I could really do it 100% remotely. It's just a matter of what comes in the mail, or, if some of my coworkers drop stuff on my desk, I could actually have that mailed to me, U.S. mail, but, it doesn't hurt to go back every 3 to 4 weeks and just, make an appearance and see everybody. And, actually, one thing that I also did yesterday while I was back there was, because I had time to kill, besides going to Michael's, before I went to go meet my friend, where my friend lives, right, maybe not even a quarter mile away, is where my parents and my brother are interred, I guess. Is that the correct term for it? Their urns are in this mausoleum. So I stopped in and, said hello to my family, which is, I don't know. I'm kind of sad that I do live so far away from there now, but that's where they are. And so when I am in town, I try to stop in and just, pay my respects to my parents and my brother and say, hey, and go from there. So I try to get a lot of errands done when I'm there, and because there are some things from my hometown that I miss, some different, well, you wouldn't understand, but where I come from, there's a certain kind of hamburger bun that you can only get there. It sounds crazy, but it's true. So I always tend to pick some up, and they freeze really well. So I pick some up and bring them back and put them in my freezer, so I have them for whenever I want them. So, so that was another win yesterday. So, yeah. So what are your wins this week? Put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Did you finish anything? Have you finished a WIP that you've had sitting around for a while? Did you score any new yarn? Anything. Let me know. And hopefully we'll grow this series as the weeks come along. And I think that's all I had. I kind of put everything on the floor in front of me so I could show you guys. And I think that is all I have for today's episode, or this week's episode. So if you've made it this far, I would greatly appreciate a like to push me out and get me out to other people. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If you're on your mobile device, hype, all those fun YouTube things, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And until next time, you guys all have a great day, night, whatever time it is that you're watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.